Hi dear students, I am your Srinivas sir. Okay, from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School teaching science subject for you. Okay, we are studying the third chapter. That means chapter number 3 we have already completed off. Now we are continuing the chapter number 3, that is the parts of the plants. Parts of plants. In the last class we have studied about the which are the main parts: root, stem, leaf, flower, branches, fruit. These are the main parts of the plant, and we have completed already the shoot and root system. That is, in the shoot, what are the functions and what are the parts present in the shoot, that is stem, branches, leaves, birds, flowers and fruits. And in the root, what is the function of the root and how it holds the plant and how it avoids the soil erosion, everything we have learned. Okay, in the same way we have run the types of two types of root system, that is taproot and fibrous root. There are two types of root system, that is taproot and fibrous root. Taproot system, that is carrot, radish are the examples for taproot system. Grass, sugarcane, onion, rice, wheat are the examples for fibrous root system. I have everything explained, and also I have explained what is the stem. What is the stem? The stem grows above the ground. It holds the plant upright and supports its branches also. The stem of the neem and coconut trees are hard. I have explained. They are called as trunk. They are called as trunk. What is the function of the stem? It supplies the water and everything which are absorbed by the root to the parts of the body, to the all the parts of the body, as well as the food prepared in the leaves by the photosynthesis, that is supplied to the other parts of the body by this stem only, through the stem only. Okay, and we eat the some stems, for example sugarcane, potato, ginger, because they are the food stored stems. They are the food stored stems. They have given in the page number 23. In some plants like potato and ginger, the stem grows underground and stores extra food. So we eat the stem of potato, ginger and sugar cane. Up to here I have finished in the last class. So next we will go to the next, the leaf. Here see, they have given the three figures, that is trunk of neem tree, trunk of banana tree and stem of the money plant. See this trunk of neem tree, it is very hard. It is very hard. Banana tree is also is there, and the money plant which grows on other plants, which grows on the other tree or any support, because its stem is very weak. The stem is very weak, so it needs some support to grow. Okay. Next we will go to the leaf. The leaf is the most important part of the shoot. I am reading, just you watch the textbook. The leaf is most important part of the shoot. Most plants have green leaves. The flat and broad part of a leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. In the middle of the leaf, there is a main vein. Many side veins arise from the main vein. The veins carry water to the leaf. On the underside of the leaf, there are tiny pores called stomata. The stomata throw out extra water from the leaves. Do you know that the leaf is an important part of the plant? A plant, like all other living things, needs food to survive. A green leaf makes food for the plant. It is called kitchen of the plant. See the leaf. This is the leaf. The leaf is the most important part of the shoot. Most plants have green leaves. All the plants have green color leaves. Some special plants have reddish or yellow color leaf. The flat and broad part of a leaf is called leaf blade. This is called as leaf blade. See here, in the back side we will observe, in the front also we will observe, this is called as the leaf blade. Okay, next, or lamina, it is also called as lamina. In the middle of the leaf there is a main vein. This full is called lamina. In this is called as the main vein. This is the main vein. Have you seen? Yes, this is the main vein. Next, the many side veins arise from the main vein. Here, see, when you observe, so many side veins arise from this main vein. So many side veins arise from this main vein. When you, after the class, you just go to the outside and just observe in the plant itself. Don't pluck it. Okay. Observe in the plant itself the same everything you will find. Okay. Next, the veins carry water to the leaf. What are the functions of these veins? What are the functions of these veins? Is they carry water to the leaf. On the underside of the leaf, there are tiny pores called stomata. You know very well the stomata. Okay. You know very well what is the stomata. It is below the leaf. It is below the leaf. What is the function of the stomata? The breathing. The exchange of gases during the breathing purpose. Okay, a green leaf makes, stomata. The stomata throw out extra water from the leaves. Throw out the extra water from the leaves as well as breathing purpose. These stomata are used. Okay, once again I will read. The leaf is most important part of the shoot system. Most important part of the shoot system, that is this part. Okay, most plants have green leaves. I have already shown most plants, all the plants have green leaves only. The flat and broad part of a leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. This full is called as leaf blade or lamina. Okay, full is called as leaf blade or lamina. In the middle of the leaf, there is a main vein. This is the main vein. I have already shown in the leaf. Many side veins arise from the main vein. That means these are the side veins. These are the side veins. What are the function of these veins? The veins carry water to the leaf. Water to the leaf. That means through this. That means these are attached to the branch or stem. From the stem absorbs the stem. The root absorbs the water and it supplies to the stem. The same water will passes to the leaf to the function of photosynthesis. On the underside of the leaf, that means underside of the leaf, there are tiny pores. That means small holes are present called stomata. What we call them as stomata. What they will do? What is the function of the stomata? Their function is to exchange the gases, that is breathing purpose, as well as throwing out the extra water. Throwing out the extra water from the leaves. Throw out extra water from the leaves. Do you know that the leaf is an important part of the plant? Yes, we know that the leaf is the very, very important part of the plant, because in the leaf only photosynthesis process will take place. A plant, like all the other living things, needs food to survive. That means plants also need food to grow or to live. A green leaf makes food for the plant. It is called kitchen of the plant. Therefore, the leaf is called as the kitchen of the plant or food factory of the plant. Kitchen of the plant or food factory of the plant. I hope you understand what is the leaf and how it is structured and what are the functions of the leaf. Okay, these are the parts of the leaf, that is lamina, okay, main vein, side veins and stomata are present. These leaves are always green in color to perform the function. What is the reason for green color? That means chlorophyll. A substance called chlorophyll is present in the leaves. Green substance or green pigment, okay, that is called as chlorophyll is present in the leaves. That chlorophyll functions, that what is the function of the chlorophyll? It converts the minerals, water and carbon dioxide into food. In the presence of sunlight, it converts everything into food. That is the function of the chlorophyll. See here they are given the everything in the page number 24, the figure. Leaf blade, what is the leaf blade or lamina, side veins, main vein, everything they have given clearly. Just open the page number 24. Okay, a green leaf, I am reading. A green leaf needs water, carbon dioxide and sunlight to prepare food. The food made by the green leaves help the plant to grow. The plant stores food in the roots, stems, leaves, fruits, and seeds. A cabbage has food stored in its leaves. We eat the leaves of such plants. A plant needs to breathe. The leaves help it to breathe through its stomata. Here they are given some factoscope. I am reading that also. The plants of the rose family give us, apart from flowers, they also give us apples, pears, almonds, cherries, apricots, and peaches. Yes, a green leaf needs water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight to prepare food. I have already explained photosynthesis. That is, the process is called as photosynthesis. Here, what is the photosynthesis? A green leaf needs water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight to prepare food. The food made by the green leaf helps to the plant to grow. That is, during the photosynthesis, they prepare their own food. Plants prepare their own food in the leaves. Therefore, they are called as the kitchen rooms or the food factories of the plant. Okay, the food made by the green leaves helps to the plant to grow. For what purpose they use? To grow and to live, they use this food. The plant store food in the, where the plant's food store? In the roots, stems, leaves, fruits, and seeds. Okay, the plant stored the excess food. But the extra food they have manufactured in the form of roots, stems are stored in the roots, stems, leaves, fruits, and seeds. A cabbage has food stored in its leaves. Have you seen the cabbage? Leafy. When you open it, where comes leaves. So the food stored in the form of leaves. We eat the leaves of such plants. A plant need to breathe. The leaves help it to breathe through its stomata. I already explained that stomata is also do the function of breathing. The plants of the rose family give us, apart from flowers, they also give us apples, pears, almonds, cherries, apricots, and peaches. That means not only the rose, the family of rose flower, the family, not the same rose plant, the other which belongs to the rose family, they give apples. Okay, that means apple plant, pears plant, almonds, cherries plant, they are all belongs to the same family. Okay, I hope you understand what are the functions of the leaf. The main function is preparing the food and the breathing and throw the extra water. These are the main functions of the leaf. Next we will go to flower. Flower is the most beautiful part of a plant. It makes a plant look beautiful. Most flowers grow into fruits and seeds. We get new plants from these seeds. Flower is the most beautiful part of a plant. It makes a plant look beautiful. Most flowers grow into fruits and seeds. We get new plants from these seeds. That means flower is the most beautiful part. That means when you, the plants attracted by their flowers only. Flowers, if the flowers are blooming, we are attracted by the flowers and see how it is, how beautiful it is. For example, rose, all the flowers are beautiful. Okay. Next, what is the function of the flowers? Flowers grow into next fruits and seeds. We get new plants from these seeds. That means after these flowers, they become into fruits and seeds. By the seeds, we get the new plants. Next, fruits and seeds. I am reading. There are seeds inside the fruits. Some fruits have one seed each. Some have a few seeds, while others have many seeds inside them. There is only one seed inside a mango. An orange has few seeds. A papaya has many seeds. There are fruits like banana with no seeds at all. Here we are studying about the fruits and seeds. There are seeds inside the fruits. Have you eaten some fruits? Yes. What you have eaten? Mango, you have eaten, orange, papaya, banana, okay, apple, everything you have eaten, you have consumed. That means you have eaten. That when you are eating at the time, you have seen the seeds. We are throwing the seeds, we are not eating the seeds, or just we are keeping inside the seeds. Okay, there are seeds inside the fruits. Some fruits have only one seed. Only one seed. Some have few seeds. That means 4, 6, 3 like that. While others have many seeds inside them. Some have more seeds. There is only one seed inside a mango. When you eat a mango, only one seed is there. Okay. When you eat orange or apple, few seeds are there. That means 4 or 6 like that. A papaya has many seeds. See in the figure itself, they have given black color. That is the papaya seeds. There are fruits like banana with no seeds at all. That means some fruits are there like banana. It has no seed at all. No seed at all. Okay. Next, here they have given about this much only about the fruits and seeds. These seeds, once again you sow, you get the plants of the same kind. Of the same kind. Most plants grow from seeds. Most plants grow from seeds. Seeds are protected inside the fruit. Do you know what is protected inside the seed? The mother plant has kept a baby plant and its food inside the seed. When the seed gets enough air, water and warmth, the baby plant starts growing till it is a fully grown up plant. Till it is a fully grown up plant. That means, now I am explaining, most plants grow from seeds. All the plants grow from the seeds only. Some plants grow from the roots, shoots, and some by leaves, and maximum plants grow by the seeds. Okay, seeds are protected inside the fruit. Why they are protected inside the fruit? Because they are very, very important. Do you know what is protected inside the seed? The mother plant has kept a baby plant and its food inside the seed. That means inside the seed, it put a baby plant and the food for the baby plant to grow. Food for the baby plant to grow. Okay, the mother plant has kept a baby plant and its food inside the seed. Just take a groundnut. Okay, groundnut. Just you feel this like this type of structure. Okay, that is the small baby plant. Where when you sow it, it grows into the plant. Okay, the food, that is the two cotyledons, the two parts. That is the food for them. That is the food for the baby plant. Food for the baby plant. That means the mother plant has kept a baby plant and its food inside the seed. When the seed gets enough air, water and warmth, that means when you sow it into the soil and supply water, food, air and everything, the baby plant starts growing till it is a fully grown up plant. It starts growing up to a big plant. Okay, all the seeds, they will grow into a big plant. Okay, I hope you understand what is the function of the seed. That means seeds are the next plants. When you sow them, you will get new plants. Okay, up to here you understand what are the functions of the plants. What are the functions of the plants and parts of the plants and their functions. Parts of the plants as well as their functions. Next, they given here fact file. Water, I am reading, water and mineral flow upward through the roots into the stem of the plants and thereafter into the leaves of the plant. Roots are covered with root hairs that absorb water and minerals. Here, water and minerals flow upward. That means they are pushed. Like the water is pumping in your pump. From your sump, the water is pushing. No, in the same way, the roots absorb the water and they are pushed the water to the stem. Okay, of the plant. Thereafter into the leaves of the plant. That means from the roots to the stem, from here stems to the leaves. Stems to the leaves. Roots are covered with root hairs. Small root hairs with that absorb water and minerals. The small root hairs, they also absorb the water and food minerals. Next, let us summarize. The part of a plant which grows above the ground is called shoot. There are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. Root holds the soil and prevent it from being washed away. Hard, strong and woody stem is called trunk. The stomata throws out extra water from the leaves. Okay, I am explaining this. The part of a plant which grows above the ground is called shoot. I already explained. This is called as the shoot system. Includes branch, fruit, flower, leaf, and stem. This is called as shoot system. There are two types of roots. First one is taproot as well as the fibrous root. In the taproot, a main root will grow. Below that, some side roots will grow. But in fibrous root system, all the roots are grown from the stem only. That is like a fibrous, like a hair-like structures. Okay. What is the function of the root? It holds the plant as well as the soil. It holds the plant as well as the soil to prevent it from being washed away. That means while rainy season or the flow of water is more, it avoids the washing of soil, wash out of soil. Okay. Hard, strong and woody stem is called a trunk. For example, neem tree, banyan tree, and they all have so much big or large stem that is called as trunk. The stomata throws out extra water from the leaves. That means stomata which is present below the leaf, small pores. That means small holes. That what is the function of that stomata? Breathing as well as throwing out the extra water, from the leaves. So this completes your lesson. See here they are given some explore. That means some activity. Collect 10 different kinds of fruits and cut them into parts and find out how many seeds they have and categorize them into the following: fruits containing one seed, fruits containing few seeds, fruits containing many seeds. Without cutting also, you know the fruits names, just you write. For example, containing one seed, mango. And other also you have to write down some fruits contain only one fruit. Fruits containing few seeds. Fruits containing few seeds are orange, apple, okay, that sapota. They are all having the only few seeds. Containing many seeds, jackfruit. They are all containing many seeds. Okay. Next, these are, take a polythene bag and put it on the leaves of a plant. Tying it firmly around the stem. Observe the polythene bag covering the leaf. After about 1 hour, you will notice the droplets of water on the inner side of the bag. This is due to the extra water given out by the stomata or tiny holes in the leaves. That means you will try this one. Okay. Take a polythene bag. That means plastic cover. You know that now we are not using. But if you have in your home white color, not any other colors, white color only. Okay. Take it and tie this leaf by this cover tightly. Tie it for just for 1 hour, not for more than. If you tie it more than 1 hour, the leaf will die. Okay, the leaf will die. So just for observation purpose, just for an half an hour, you tie it. After half an hour, you keep the plant in the. The plant should be in the sunlight. Okay. After you observe some water droplets here. Water droplets are observed in the plastic cover. From where they are coming, that means the water which are evaporated by this are present in the cover. Okay, are obstructed. That means it is not, there is no place to pass away into the environment, so they are sticked here. Okay, these droplets. You will do this and you will observe in the home. Okay, so these are the two works you have to do in your home. Next, I will send the self-assessment and we will do the formative assessment also. Okay, I hope you understand very well about this chapter. Okay, thank you very much. Be safe. Okay, thank you.